Hey, that's me buzzing your phone saying I went live.
The one where Jen voted.
The one where Jen voted. Look, I voted. Today's voting day. You still have time. You should go out and vote. Alright, giant book from IDW. We've got a couple of really great ones today. So this one's called The Highest House. Basically a story about a guy that they call the Magister. That's not the only thing they get. Who's it by?
IDW.
It's IDW's book.
Yeah.
He shows up at this little town. He wants to stay at the inn. And he's there to buy slaves. Which sounds all horrible, but everyone in town seems to think it's the best thing ever because they have extra kids that they don't want to feed anymore, etc. People that they're done with. But the cool thing is that this one kid, whose name is Moth, gets picked to go to the high house. It's very clear there's something special about him. Like, he has the ability to just sense things that aren't like normal sense things. So, and there's this cool lore that's behind all of the, like it goes into all these cool details about, you know, there used to be all kinds of gods and one king, and then the king overthrew the gods, and then they try to get rid of all of them. Magic has been knocked out of the land, so I don't think magic is as knocked out of the land as they would like to think.
That looks really
I've got a leg cramp.
Oh no.
Sorry.
You need a banana.
You need a banana.
You need a banana.
Not a Hannah banana.
Not a Hannah banana.
No. Are you stealing it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, it makes sense. You like things.
Yes.
With
and I can read it, so.
Perfect.
I think you should do a few because I only have 4.
What? Oh.
Because you. Yeah.
Deal with my leg cramp.
Do you need. Which one? You want me to massage it?
No,
while you
that won't help.
Review?
I get these weird leg cramps that are like inside my knee, so it's not like you can like stretch out your leg, bend it, do deep knee bends. I don't know. It's going away. No, it's going away.
Oh.
I just have to not think about it and it goes away. Alright, so I love everything from Alterna because they're really great books. The cool thing about them is that they have, everything's printed on newsprint, so the book is really inexpensive to buy, but it doesn't feel inexpensive to read. Yeah. So Sonnetus is cool. I've been following these guys at Cody Sousa online for a while. It's crazy cool because I like books that you're not really sure what you read when you first read it, but you know that you definitely want to read the second one.
Oh yeah.
This guy shows up. You don't know where this house is that he goes into, but he basically says that, you know, it's been a place where he and his friends in the past have hung out and, like, you know, done teenager-y stuff where they have beer stashed there or whatever. And he kind of lets it drop that he has a condition that's like tinnitus, where you always hear like a buzzing in your head, but you can't get rid of it. And there's no medical real explanation for it. You just have it. No one else can hear it but you. And he goes to this house now as an adult to kind of like chill out and have no other sounds to bug him.
Oh, okay.
But things get trippy from there. I'm just saying. Well, how many have? Here, I'll do my other alternate because this one's so cool too. Alright, I've been looking forward to this one for a long time too. So this is the really 12. Cool. So this is really neat. So this takes place in a obviously post-apocalyptic world where this family or group of people has bonded together and they kind of live on their own land. And the front half of the book is basically them trying to figure out, okay, well, they're teaching the kids that we should never waste food because we never know what crazy thing's going to happen. We have to make it through the winter. We live on this, like, I think they've got barbed wire fence around the outside so that no one else can get in. And you don't really know what's wrong with the outside world. They never really talk about it at all. But you do see that there's a group of 12, which some of them think are ghosts, and some they describe them like as metal faces. You never see any of that stuff. But they live on the outside of the fence somewhere in the city, and they're dangerous, very dangerous. So something happens in this book that's dangerous for this family group that lives together. The art is drop-dead gorgeous. It is super high-quality art. You will feel like you were getting a steal of the century at $1.50.
This is a 5-issue limited series.
Yep.
Ooh. So
Sonnetus is 3 issues, so I mean, even if you buy everything that comes out from them, $4.50 for 3 issues.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. And the 12 is only a 5-issue limited series, so it's almost no money to get really, really great books.
Young Animal, #1 of Shade the Changing Woman, which I had read the first run of Shade the Changing Girl, the first issue.
Yeah.
And then kind of forgot to read from it, to skim it, but
it's okay, we have to make choices. We have to read all the number ones, and then only the very coveted other numbers do we get to read them. Did you just almost drop that book? Did you drop and catch it?
I did.
Amazing skills.
I've got the skills today.
Yeah, you do. It's because we're both wearing Aftershock shirts.
Yeah.
Gives us extra superpowers.
And it's so soft.
We'll call them woo powers.
Yes.
We love you, Lisa.
Yes. So I had missed. I've got to catch up, because this one you kind of do have to read, even though it's the number one. You kind of do have to at least know some stuff about Shade the Changing Girl.
So can you give them kind of a background about that character at all?
She is stuck in human form at the moment. In Shade the Changing Girl, she had two forms. She has her avian form and her human form. She hates being in her human form, so a lot of times she's in her avian form in her mind.
Does that look like?
So she looks
just as a bird.
A bird person.
Okay.
So like my kinku that I play on Wednesdays.
Aha.
Kind of. That's how I kind of decided to play a kinku. So I like birds. So this is her trying to figure out, because she doesn't have her avian form right now.
Yeah.
She's trying to figure out how to survive on Earth that doesn't any alien life forms, whether they're good or bad, are being reported. And if she gets
rude.
Yes, it's not a good thing. So she has to hide, which of course, because it's Shade, she can just change
into a girl.
Yes.
Or in this case, woman.
And I mean, because aliens are not really everywhere, but according to like the media and like,
society fears them.
Yeah, well, not really fears them, but they're everywhere.
They just want to know where they are.
The average person may not have seen one, but they know that they exist, and they can kind of tell. You can kind of tell if someone is acting a little weird, which it's Shade, so
totally alien. That explains everything.
So,
hi, Purpur.
But because she can change into other things too,
Hey, baby.
I think she'll be able to hide pretty well. So,
this is my cat, Purpur.
This could be Shade. You don't know.
It could be. He throws me shade all the time. How's that? Alright, so this is Stalker Prism. It's hard to see.
Yeah, the Stalker part of it.
I've met my match. I have no idea what I read.
I'll read it.
I think what I saw was that there are two different races. One is responsible for harvesting these eggy things, and they have like keepers that don't look like any kind of creature I've ever seen before. They have like tentacly faces, and they're bizarre.
Looks great.
And then there's like these weird dragon dog things that are in charge of them, and they look like they have a relationship, that they need each other, but the dragon dog things look like they're in charge. And there's obviously these people looking. There's one that likes another one. It's unclear if they're boyfriend, girlfriend, or brother or sister, or even boy and girl. I can't tell. And the stuff happens. So it's trippy and coolest art ever, but I don't know what I read. Help a sister out.
I'll read it and help you.
Okay, good. I totally dare you, because you're gonna be like, what?
Well, I did just read Shade the Changing Woman.
Is it also trippy?
And Bizarro Verse Part 1, so I think I'm good.
Yep.
My brain is...
That is Image. Image is a bunch of really cool stuff dropping in
Yes.
And one of the other IDW. So this is one of those cool books that lets you think you're reading some kind of book, and then it's some other kind of book.
It looks really cool. Yeah. I looked at when we were bagging and boarding.
Imagine you're reading a really cool book about Viking type people. The elder of the clan dies, and his son gets brought up to power pretty early on. Then it does a little bit of time jump, and you really think it's about these two warring clans fighting for power, and then spaceships enter the fray. What?
Like
Did Donny Cates get a hold of this book, or what's
going on? It's like that one episode of Doctor Who.
It is kind of like that. But it's brilliant. I mean, brilliant art. It's not like other art. It's
I like
really
it a lot.
Cool. Like, they're real angular.
I did like that. I looked through it because I was like, if I don't get to read this one, Jen's going to read it.
Yeah, and the Spider King name you'll figure what that means in the last couple pages, and you'll be like, that's so boss.
It's like, I'm not sure if I want to read this one based on the name. Then I flipped through it, and I was like, I want to read this one.
Yeah, you do want to read that one. I'm just telling you now. That's totally going to be your deal. All right, and I will
have 3.
Get to you to 3. Okay, so I'm going to do
those 2.
All right, so Image also put out some other amazing.
She stole all the books that I wanted to read today.
I'm sorry! It's Jeff
You
Lemire.
made me go all the way to the store for books today.
Jeff. Jeff's bringing the goods every time. Every time. Weird story in which you've got 2 main characters that you're going to flip-flop the storylines for. One is an obviously crazy guy who, during the book, you see him talking to his shrink, so it's not a secret that he's nuts. He likes to pick up random objects. He feels them calling to him, or that he feels like they're significant in some way, and he's been doing pretty good, according to her. And then you have another story,
like things that are just like random and unclaimed, or does he steal things?
No, he like digs in trash heaps and stuff and finds little shards of wood and nails and glass. He labels them in jars. I'm just saying. It's crazy.
That sounds really cool.
And then there's a priest who gets assigned to go to Gideon Falls, hence the name, and take over this church. And he realizes once he gets there, no one ever told him what happened to the old pastor. Dun, dun, dun. And both those stories are intertwined, and I'm not going to tell you how, because only written as Lemire can write things. I'm telling you now. Okay, and the book that's going to break everything, you should definitely pick this book up, because it's Kirkman's new stuff.
Yeah.
You know all of his stuff is amazing, and this is just drop dead gorgeous. Okay, so Oblivion Song. Best way to describe it is that something happened in the past in which people disappeared into oblivion. They didn't know that they disappeared into oblivion. I think they thought they were all just dead in some cataclysmic event.
Wait, not the people who disappeared though.
They thought the people that disappeared died.
The other people that were left.
The people that were left
disappeared.
Yeah, the people that were left thought the people that disappeared into oblivion died.
Just to clarify.
They figured it out, and they have been sending in a team to go and retrieve them. That are not getting good government funding, and things break all the time. There's super crazy kaiju creatures in Oblivion. And I'm not going to tell you much else because there's a super big twist that is going to mess with your brain big time about the people that are in Oblivion and what they think is going on.
She stole that one from me too.
Steal it!
Yes, you did!
It was there for the taking.
No!
I took it.
Batman!
Batman! But that's not
40.
Batman. Oh, it's Batman.
Yes, I know which.
My brain saw the side of it and looked like JLA. My brain's broke. Well, that's why I saw Justice League. That's why.
Well, yeah, because and I missed the last part and the part before that, so I don't know what's going on before that.
Okay,
but
we'll pretend like you're just jumping in and you don't know anything about these books. Can you do it?
Yeah,
okay.
Totally possible. Really can't say too much about it just because of what goes on in this issue based off of has to be based off of the other issues.
Okay. Who are the main players, at least?
Batman, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy.
Okay, and that's been kind of a thing that they're building up for a while.
Yes, and I have the other issues at home because I bought them because I was like, I'm not missing this since I get to read them for a minute to skin it. And
we're also
the Justice League is there, but they're being used.
Oh.
Like if you look, their eyes are green.
Uh-oh.
Their eyes are green.
Their eyes are green. Does that mean that Poison Ivy's messing with them? Because green?
Maybe.
Okay. I mean, it's not something you can't figure out from the cover. Yeah. I can't be spoiling too much if I'm just guessing.
No.
Did she kiss them all? That's
what I want to know.
Lois is gonna be so mad.
Yeah. So this has some more about the wedding as well, because Batman and Catwoman.
It's like July 4th. Put it on your calendar.
That's the day after my birthday.
Bring presents.
That's the day after my birthday. We'll get to do Minutes of Skim It on my birthday too. We didn't get to do it on yours, but we did get to do it on mine. Well, we did it, but not with books.
No, we did it with... It was way better without books, honestly.
It was. But you didn't get to read the books on your birthday.
No, and that made me very sad and angry.
Yes.
Ragey, even.
Yeah, a little bit.
I do too. So
You're gonna do too?
Okay, so Captain America, Out of Time. This is the stellar run that's been written by Mark Waid, in which he's completely out of his own time. So 2025 is the time period in which he's been thrown forward into. And you've got the big bad guy group that he's been fighting for a long time, have a king now on the throne. And he comes across two characters in this book, which are on the front. The Hulk and the Thing. And
of course.
I'm not going to tell you how or why he comes across them, because that's part of the fun of reading the book. And sometime, Cap's going to come back to our time, hopefully. But he's got to deal with his other group first. I love the old-timey feel of this. This is like real Captain America doing real Captain America things. And he's really mad, by the way, that this bad guy group has co-opted the term America for the term of their kingdom. He doesn't like it.
I bet America wouldn't like it either.
No. They didn't do like America. They did. Alright, yes, other books that are going to break the internet.
I'm talking about the character America.
Oh, yeah. No, she wouldn't like it either. Amazing Spider-Man. We're all the way up to 797, and 798 is probably going to break the world, just so you know.
Yeah.
Don't miss this book.
I hope we have enough.
It's really, really hard to find any issues, probably 4 or 5 back from this one because of everything that's going on.
696 is already...
It's very Norman Osborn based. You will see the name Green Goblin, King Goblin, Hobgoblin, all in this book. But you won't see the word Carnage at all. So, what's up? Because when we last saw what was going down, there was carnage in the fray. So, no carnagey. This is a great book. You're going to need to have it to follow the storyline forward. So this one's called Go Down Swingin'. By the way, Norman Osborn, fully off his rocker. Just nuts as always.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he's playing that out really well.
I'm going to save that one for last, because that one's probably my favorite.
That's your favorite? Haha, yes.
Yes. This one is Superman 42, Bizarroverse, Part 1. So, good place to jump in, because I also missed the last 2 issues of Superman. So,
you have to go a little insane to read this book, by the way.
Yes, because for the first, let's say, little over the first half, it takes place in Bizarro world, and
so what does that mean?
So everything is the opposite. So whatever they say, they mean the exact opposite. So I was reading it and I was reading it like I would normally in a book, and I was like, wait a second, no, I had to remember, Bizarro, everything is the other way around. Yes. And then you flip back to the other way, at the other part of the book, and I'm like, oh no.
So what new character do we see? At least as a character I've never seen before.
Bizarro Boy.
Bizarro
Boy Bizarro, really. But
so no Bizarro?
No, it's Boy Bizarro. And he looks just like John, but Bizarro. And
my favorite part of this book is when they tell John not to touch something. Okay.
John, not Bizarro.
To be fair, he is a Bizarro world, so being told not to touch something probably works out well for a teenage boy.
You have to read it. You have to read it to understand You have to read it to understand.
You say Lois with a Z?
Yes, that's her name. That is her name. With a Z. And, it's really good. So, if you like Bizarro, this book is for you. If you don't like Bizarro, this book is still for you because it's really funny.
You're confusing everybody. Alright, 2 important books this week for the Marvel Universe. Infinity Countdown #1. If you want to catch up, all you really need is to go find the Adam Warlock Infinity Countdown. And then they had an Infinity Countdown Prime.
Yes.
Which happened last week.
Which we still have.
And even if you don't want to find those books, I can catch you up pretty simply. All the Infinity Stones are back in play. They don't behave like the original Infinity Stones do. They have completely different powers. They're cool online charts that you can find. They'll explain everything to you, like who has it and where.
I think we got the flyer that we'll have
There'll
tomorrow.
be flyers in your shops at comicshoplocator.com if you want to find one near you. So you can go pick up one of those and have it handy dandy for you. This book sets up amazingness. I'm really excited to see where this leads, because the idea that there are stones in play, but we're not really sure. There's not like a major character that's after them right now necessarily. They're just trying to figure out what to do with them. And you've got all our favorite characters. We're trying to figure out still. We haven't seen Logan, but there's inferences of Logan in this book. It'll make you crazy on the last page.
Yeah.
There's ridiculousness on the last page. You will love.
She showed me since I can't read it.
Yep.
So we still gotta.
Primarily Guardians of the Galaxy based. It's mostly them and the Nova Corps dealing with stuff.
It hurts because I love Nova so much and I can't read it. It's so funny though because I used to be able to read Nova just fine.
Yeah?
Yeah. I binged it and had no problems. When Corey Smith was at the shop.
Oh, okay.
Which I miss you, Corey. Come back.
Corey's working hard.
I know.
He's on some books.
Dodge City from Boombox. Couldn't remember if it was Boom or Boombox.
Boombox usually means
for
teens, yeah.
Preteen to teen and up. And up. Always the and up. And anyone can read it that's preteen and up. So this one is about a boy named Tomas. I had to break out some of my high school and before that Spanish because he and a couple of the other characters, I think more than his family, and then there's one other character that they're speaking Spanish to each other, and it's simple enough to understand if you don't know Spanish. They're basically just talking about dodgeball.
So, ¿dónde este biblioteca is not going to get me there?
I mean, if you know, to play is jugar. So, sorry.
My community friends know what I'm doing.
I haven't watched Community.
Oh no!
I don't have Hulu.
I just need to let you watch just one little bit. It's the end scene. It's like after the whole show's done, and it's just them sitting on the couch.
Well, I want to watch the whole thing, but I can't convince my dad to get Hulu.
I have all the discs.
Oh,
all the discs. You can borrow them anytime you want.
I gotta get my new computer charger first, though.
Just find a DVR player.
So this is totally all about dodgeball, and I want to say they're in like 8th grade, I think. They're playing dodgeball, and they're in high school because they're getting ready for college.
Oh,
it's a range of ages that are on the group, but the captain is I see a lot of hearts. Hello.
Hey! Who are we hearting for? Community? Dodgeball?
Probably both. I know there's a
voting. It's too late for voting.
Yeah. So he joins this team, and they're the worst team in the league. Like, they have all losses. They haven't won a single game.
They only can go up from there.
Yeah, they can only go up from there, but there's the other team that they're facing in this book. I think they've only lost like 3 games, I think is what it said. I have to go back and look, but man, I think you'd like this one too.
I like all comic books. What are you talking about? Even the ones I don't understand anything about.
Well, they're so competitive, but they're terrible, and the other team is so competitive, and they're really good. And
are they mean about it? Do they rub it in their faces, or is it just
It's more of like they've been training so hard for it, so they're like they kind of more of a showy-offy kind of like a, look what I can do kind of a way, you know. But
do you hate them?
he's no. Okay. Well, just one guy on their team, their captain.
Is his name White? Sorry, you went to dodgeball. It's my bad.
So he has never played dodgeball before this. So he's like, I don't know what to do. So it's so funny because they're like, well, just kind of stand there and let our
wait 2 minutes, dude. 2 minutes.
And yeah. So if you like dodgeball, and in this book there is a very wide variety of characters.
I like very variety better.
One of their characters is Death, and yeah, and he's so adorable. He's like, cause he's got his little tablet on him, so that way whenever they're playing, so he can talk, and so he's trying to talk to him, and his name is Huck, the Death character.
I like that name,
right? They each have their handles, like on Twitter or Instagram or whatever.
Oh, I remember you showing me this.
And,
that was cool.
And Huck's is Huck but not Finn.
I wonder if we message them if they message us back. Try that after this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that because or see if they pull up.
Boom better get after it.
I know,
start
right?
Messaging them.
They better not already exist as somebody else though, because that'd be awkward.
Ross Richie, get after it.
Yeah. If you need a social media person, I'm always on Instagram.
I'm pretty sure Morgan Perry's after it.
Yeah.
She's a smart cookie.
If you need an Instagram person. Anyway, so they have like this dodgeball meme that they do, and his is an actual like meme, like the ones that I make with Brian's face on them. So mid-game, they decide to do this meme. Man, I was cracking up so hard.
They're literally called McMemes in this point.
Yes. Yeah.
McMemes.
Just Brian. But,
his face is usable for all memes.
But if you like dodgeball, if you like memes, if you like, anything, pick that one up.
Okay.
If you don't like things, pick that one up.
I'm gonna fangirl out now. Ready?
All right.
Fangirl it out. Thank you to our wave. Like to thank the Academy for listening to me and the dumb storylines I want to read and made me so happy. I still don't know if I'm right or not, but there is a twist in this book that I've been hoping is going to happen for a long time. It involves a chick with a V on her belt that entered their universe for no apparent reason and said she was part of the Avengers since the beginning, even though nobody else in our world knows anything about her. What?
Oh no, I don't know what you're talking about, Jen. She was there the whole time.
Yeah. Have you been touched by the Cosmic Cube recently? Alright. So
we did just watch Captain America again.
I don't know. Don't let Loki near you with that spear. Alright. All the cool things are happening. They do a lot of shrinking. They try very hard to touch one of those cool pyramids of power. Try to take it. That didn't work. They're really, really trying very diligently to try to save Jarvis's life, even though last issue he said very clearly it is all a lie. So, what is all a lie? What is the lie?
What isn't a lie?
What isn't a lie? Yeah. Read the book.
I can't.
Okay. I still have to do story time.
Yeah, we gotta catch up. I've got 9 issues to catch up on now.
I know. It's crazy. It's my fault.
Do we at least have them all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the goods. Stores near you has the goods. ComicShopLocator.com. Go hunt them down. Mm-hmm. There's so many good books out this week. There is totally something for everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, I've been waiting on Oblivion's.
We didn't even touch the surface of the cool books. We
there's
them all.
Yeah.
All right.
Not to mention new Walking Dead is out this week.
Yes.
The cover of it looks so pretty.
The Image Expo book is out this week. If you can go find it, saying all the cool things that we learned at Image Expo. Mm-hmm. There's also a live video on this same page you're watching right now. There's a live video from Image Expo, so you can see it all live if you like seeing live pictures instead of reading things. All right, that's it, I think.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I wave weird with that hand. I like this hand.
I've got a weird guacamole